we have to actually look back a little bit on media consumption among Latvian inhabitants, and also to look at Russian speakers in Latvia. After the full-scale invasion of Ukraine, there were a lot of decisions made regarding media landscape in Latvia, regarding Russian media, not only, mainly Russian propaganda media. And access to this kind of media was restricted here in Latvia. So Russian speakers were cut from this information that they were used to consume daily. So they have no RTR on their TV or Первый canal on their TV screen. Of course, we know that it is quite easy to reach these channels by other means of technologies, by VPN or by applications on our smartphones and etc., etc. But our regulator switched off those channels on TVs and on internet sites. So yes, this is very important to have in mind when we are talking about Russian audience in on social media and also on Telegram. And because of lack of TV channels that spread Russian narratives and internet portals, if you are not using VPN services, a lot of this information is available on Telegram channels, and very different Telegram channels curated from Russia and also curated from Latvia. We have different channels that we know and that are popular, that are run by people from Latvia. Those are very pro-Kremlin, pro-Russian channels. And of course, there are a lot of people, but it is quite hard to estimate how many people are on those channels who are which are made in Russia, for example, Solovyov channel, or I don't know, any other pro-Kremlin propagandist. Yes. So if you are analyzing those channels that are coming from Russia, you already know the content that is spread there. But if you look at Telegram channels in Latvia, then we can say that they act as a multipliers of the information that is being spread on those channels that are created in Russia. They republish different messages, and not only republishing them as they are, they write them themselves and also share and spread the information that are created by themselves. Yes. For example, there are several groups that are operating in or from Latvia or by people from Latvia, and they multiply each other messages. So it looks like there is a lot of activity and that everybody believes that opinion, and it is very obvious now. And also we have one group that its name is Antifascisты Прибалтики, anti-fascists from the Baltic region, and those people are very pro-Kremlin, and these are the group of people who actually not only write on social media but can do something in real life. We had like this monument removal, and they were protesting it, and but they're not so many people. There are activists, but not so many of them. And we all know, and they know it very well, that media representatives are in those groups, that police, that security services are watching what is happening there, but they are not afraid of it, and I believe they are quite enjoying this, because attention is paid to their content, and I believe that could also be one of the goals of Kremlin propaganda structures, to multiply all the information that is in line with Kremlin propaganda wherever it is possible. Could be summarized in groups and after some time seen in those Telegram channels. Not only Telegram channels, but in those communities. We can see the narratives about family values. That's here 129, I don't know, genders, and no family values anymore. Girls can become boys, and there's parent number 1 and parent number 2. Everyone is gay and lesbian, whatever. Also, we can see narratives about economics, that Latvia can't deal with things by itself, that we are puppets of European Union, America, and every other country. That people are being lied to about situation, for example, in Belarus, in Russia, that there's better life happening there. What else? I believe they are influential, but we can't separate them from the whole information environment. We have to understand that the people who are now also in those groups, they have used Russian media for years. They spent their evenings with Solovyov, with Kiselyov, and other fun guys there. So when the full-scale war started, we saw that huge divide in understanding what is happening there. Who is doing what? And this huge narrative of что вы делали, где вы были 8 лет, it was very present during the early stages of war, and those who couldn't switch to other new narratives that were planted by Russian propaganda used that narrative for quite a long time. And it is very interesting that after that at the beginning of war, the new things that came from TV, that came from propagandists' mouths, were used by Russian speakers in Latvia. But after decision to switch, to turn off those Russian media, new words that were used by Russians didn't come to our society as far as before. For example, neo-Nazis, Zelensky as an junkie, or 8 years, and etc. At the beginning, those words, specific words that were used by Putin and others, were more present. But after the decision to switch off Russian media, they still were using the pack of words that were given to them at the beginning. So and the process of acquiring new words I believe is slower, because this process now relies mostly on social media and not on TV